Everyone out there, Bernie Tully, personal injury and wrongful death attorney with the law firm of Tully and Tully in Pennsylvania, and wanted to talk to you today about wrongful death, and again, the impact that a wrongful death has on a father of a person who's tragically killed through no fault of the sons or daughters, but in fact through the negligence or carelessness of somebody else who caused this fatality. And the last video I shot, we were talking about it from the mother's perspective, and in this particular video, I want to talk to you about the emotional impact and the way that a child's death would affect the father who's the individual who was with the mom all through the child's growing up, was a great dad, and suddenly, through no fault of their own, through the happenstance of life, has to now deal with the loss of their son or daughter in a fatality. And the reason I bring this up is that element goes to this thing in the law for wrongful death called pecuniary interest. And basically that matters or means the impact that the loss of a child, in this particular instance, would have on the father who raised the child, and how that translates into the only thing that lawyers or the law can give, which is money, compensation for this human tragedy. And the way that's developed, in particular for the father, would be through his testimony as to how close the bond was between dad and the daughter or the son who passed in this particular instance. And why that's important is that there's many components of this wrongful death act that you're entitled to get compensation for: the economic value, the medical expenses, the pain and suffering between the individual's accident and their untimely death. But a huge part of this is the way that it just death tears apart a family, and how it can never eliminate completely the pain that the dad goes through, knowing every day that they've outlived their child. I could not even pretend to imagine the amount of grief that a dad would go through under these circumstances, or a mother in this kind of situation. But I can let you know that I empathize, although I don't understand the extent and the colossal waste of a human life due to somebody else's carelessness. That's what our law firm does, the Tully and Tully law firm. We maximize the value that we can accomplish and get for you as the parents of a deceased child, whether it's a minor or an adult, provided they're not married, and to get compensation. If the person's married, then the financial recovery would initially go to the wife, or if the wife passes, it would initially go to the husband. But in this situation, if we're talking about a father, maybe whose son is not, or daughter has not been married yet, or is underage, there would be where the recovery would come in and would go to mom and dad. We do these kind of cases all the time. We travel anywhere throughout the state of Pennsylvania. on a wrongful death case under the proper circumstances, and we're here to help you. Bernie Tully from the Tully and Tully Law Firm. We're based out of Pittsburgh, but we travel anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. 412-281-8700. Give us a call. You'll know that we care from our initial phone call. Thank you.